Hi there everybody, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video we've got a couple of fun things planned. I want to show off a couple of fun things that I've been making over this week. And we went ahead and did a Joann's yarn haul. So I wanted to go ahead and unpack the bags, do a little bit of chatting, show you what I bought. I didn't get to film inside the Joann's. There were just too many people around and that kind of stuff. But we can still show off what we got. I have a project that I want to try and finish on camera for you. Definitely let me know how the lighting is for this video. I'm kind of changing things up. It's a little bit later in the evening than I usually record. So I want to know what you think about it, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. So starting with, where should we get started? Let's start with actually our yarn haul. So we went to Joann's, we got a couple of great finds. They had a lot of yarn colors there. I mean, mine had a lot of yarn in general, but a lot of yarn colors that I've never seen before. So here is one of them. I don't know how well it reads on camera. The color is, let's see here. Here we go, Seafoam. It's in shade Seafoam. And one of my friends is actually having a baby, and this would be perfect for a baby snuggler. I'm going to be making them a little narwhal, which I want to record when I do. So we got that. I have trouble finding the Bernat blanket tweeds at any other location, so let me know if you know somewhere else where I can find these, but just in case, I went ahead and stocked up on their the white and black color ivory. So I stocked up on these. I got a total of 4 skeins of these, because these are one of my most popular colors for chickens and cows, as well as sometimes my loaf cats when I use the loaf cats. So I definitely wanted to grab some of this. And then let's see, we also got 2 skeins of this color. This color is called, it's on here somewhere, Strawberry Dot. I think these are part of those, the Bernat dotted, Bernat, I think it was Bernat dotted, right? That they came out with a couple of months ago. It was like their newer line. I absolutely loved this color. It's got these really pretty pink strawberry, like this light pink, dark pink, orange, and then white, like variegated throughout. And it just screamed summertime to me. Like, looking at this made me think of like a strawberry orange creamsicle. So I got 2 of those. I also got 2 of the, let's see what they call this one. The blueberry dots. Very fitting. This one's a little bit like the other one. It's very like summertime vibes. It's got the dark blue, light blue, white, and teal. And it was just so pretty. So I went ahead and I got 2 skeins of those. And then they had this new color. I don't know if it's a new color, at least it's new to my Joann's, called Melon. And this like totally completed the orange sickle vibes when I held it up next to this one. So whatever I do, I think I'm gonna have these 2 together. But it's like this, I don't know, this is another one. I never know how these are gonna read on camera. But it's like this almost pastel-y orange color, and it's just so freaking pretty, and just soft, and it's just, it's the perfect summer orange pastel. Let me put it that way. So I went ahead and found all of those. We picked out, I also found this absolutely adorable coffee mug. It says "In My Stitching Era," and it's this really pretty light purple. And I just wound up absolutely obsessed with it. Sorry, you might be able to hear my son playing in the other room. I wound up absolutely obsessed with it, and it was only like $3. So I'm like, for $3, I can get a coffee mug. It's fine. And then I love using the Joann's and the Michaels brand yarn for my market prepping. I just love having a bag that I can just toss things into. So I found this one that's very summery, sugar, strawberry, tomato vibes. So I went ahead and got this. And look, the bottom is plaid. How precious. So I went ahead and got this too as well, so I could use it for some of my market prepping. Another recent find that wasn't from this particular haul, it was from one a couple of weeks ago. No, almost a month ago. It was from right when they announced that they were closing. I found this adorable, let me see if I can get you more in frame over there. Here we go. This adorable wicker bear basket. It was only $25, and I mean, it is a little beaten up, but it was only $25, and it's absolutely perfect to put my finished plushies in until I have time to price tag them and put them in the storage bags that I use. So we can segue into what I've made this week. That was our yarn haul. Let's see, here we go. I have made one of these teeny tiny axolotls from Crochet Grove. These ones I have a market coming up on May 4th that my husband's going to. I won't be there in person. But when we went last time, these almost sold out. I had brought 4 of them or 5 of them, and I think I only have 1 left. So I went ahead and made more, specifically in the pink color. And then I also wanted to try this new pattern that I found from, I think it's called Club Crochet. They do these little tiny triceratopses. They're really cute. I won't be adding them to the Google Docs because after making them a couple of times, I've made it twice. I think I want to make my own pattern instead, because I want it to be closer to the size of the axolotl. So I think I'm going to redo these, or I'm going to make my own version of these a little bit bigger and with different horns than the original pattern. So keep an eye out for that, because if you are a Patreon member, you'll be getting a copy of that pattern for free once it's finished. I'll probably be doing some recording as I'm working on that pattern as well. Sorry, my camera just cut out. So keep an eye on those. One pattern that I have become absolutely obsessed with lately is the Meg Makes Crochet Tofu Turtles. They are so darling, so precious. They're also really fast to make. So after holding it up next to my axolotls, because I judge all of my $10 items from like the size and the timing that I normally use for my axolotls, I'm definitely adding tofu to my $10 buckets with my Weeby aliens and I have a lot of other items like whales and stuff like that in there. But he is absolutely darling. Like, look at this color. I just can't. And I started working on another one because as soon as I made one, I'm like, I need them in all the colors. So I also made this pretty blue one, which that one we just have to stuff and finish up, which I'm going to try and do that for you guys on camera if I can. And then we have, I've been seeing everywhere lately this lavender lemonade. I've never had it, but it's been popping up in like books and on my social media feed a lot lately. And it made me want to make this lavender lemonade themed baby dragon. And he is just so precious. I made a little custom tail piece for him to try and make it look like a lemon wedge. And here's a closer look. It has this really pretty variegated yarn for the lavender lemonade portion of the pattern, or of the design. And it's like a purple, yellow, and green. If I remember correctly, the shade is called Gardenia or Geranium, something like that. It's by Premier Parfait Chunky. And of course I use these really pretty felt eyes that I get from ADH Crafted on Etsy. So I absolutely loved working on this. I would normally link I think this one is done by Crochet by Sammy. I'm not entirely sure. I know though I have it linked on that Google spreadsheet I mentioned a minute ago. So I have that. And then we have this absolutely beautiful honey bear bear that I made from Crochet by Tasha's pattern. And the bear's got a little bucket hat with bees on it. Let me get you a closer look at that. The eyes on this one are also ADH crafted. I get almost all of my felt eyes from her. She's incredible. And I was just so obsessed with this one. Like, this is a big plushie. If you look at my head compared to this plushie, this is a big plushie. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to sell it for. Partially because I'm so attached to it that I almost don't want to, but I know I probably should. And it's just got the little darling bees on it. I did wind up going with a slightly different pattern for one of the bees. I can't remember. I think I freehanded it now that I think about it. Just because the sizing of the yarn is a little bit different. So this one, the bear itself is made out of big twist plush. And then the overalls is Bernat blanket as well as the honey pot. And then I made the bees out of Parfait Chunky. So I absolutely love her. She is totally darling. And that's pretty much everything I've made this week. I do want to go ahead and finish that little turtle while we're on camera so I can kind of include it in my tally. Okay, I hope everybody enjoyed the time lapse of making that little turtle. Just in case you missed it at the end of the little time lapse, here he is again. I found this really pretty like bluish gray color that went really nice with the deeper blue. So I'll probably be making a lot more of him here in the next coming days and weeks. That pattern is just so much fun, and my son wound up taking it and not giving it back, or it would have been in this video. But I also did a tulip the turtle. You could see the post of it on my Instagram if you wanted. But that one came out excellent, and I may have this idea of making matching turtles, so that way you've got like a 10 and then a 20. I think I sell those turtles for $28 or $25 matching turtles. So that's something that you'll be seeing of here hopefully in the next video, and I'll make more matching color palette turtles. I also saw Crochet Grove's new Brontosaurus, the mini Brontosaurus, is coming out soon. So I was thinking about maybe making like matching dinosaurs would be cute. But I haven't decided yet. So I hope you guys had fun watching. And hopefully you got some crocheting done or whatever other project you're working on. And I'll be talking to you guys again next week. Definitely take a look at the links below. They'll go to my website, my Instagram, and my Patreon. Feel free to drop a follow or a link or a subscribe, because I would love to see you guys there. My Patreons do have access to a Google document with all of my patterns, paid or otherwise, that get linked there that I use, as well as any pattern I release, they get it for free. And we'll be starting weekly live streams where I'll crochet with you guys. I haven't figured out yet if it's going to be on Zoom or Discord, because we do have our own members only Discord channel that you can join once you're a Patreon, and we'll be able to chat and crochet in real time, and it's just going to be a whole lot of fun. So definitely come check us out, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.